Look, I know, you've already seen this Shenzhen live stream. It was a whole month ago. You've seen the drones, the folding phones, the fancy tech. But I will show you the emotional undercurrents, the imagination it triggered, and yeah, a few Jamie-style detours that might surprise you. So if you think you've already seen it all, let me prove you haven't.
Wait, what is that phone called?
The Mate XG.
How much it goes? In USD?
20,000 Chinese yuan.
No, USD.
USD maybe 3,000.
3,000?
Yeah.
For a phone?
Around 3,000.
That's a damn gaming PC. You know what? Let me get 3.
This phone is not sold in the West, and you guys know that Huawei used to be huge globally. But then, remember, politics happened. The US government banned them, citing national security concerns. And then Huawei got kicked out of the Western smartphone game, also stripped of access to Google services, Android, and even US-made chips. Then what did Huawei do next? So they turned around and built their own system, Harmony OS, their own app store, and their own everything. But then you would ask me, how can you use this phone has no access to Western apps? Yeah, that's true. But there is a thing called G-Space. Then you can download it. That's why when Speed tested his phone in America, he mentioned that he did hack the system. I found the whole story hilarious. Why? Let me explain to you. So, Speed said he might be the only American having this phone in US, right? And remember, it was banned because the US government spent years trying to keep Huawei out of the market. And now, a streamer, Speed, brought it back into the country, not through politics, not through lobbying. And the irony is, remember President Trump recently joked about that Canada should become the 51st state in US.
I'm a very artistic person, but when I looked at that beauty, I said that's the way it was meant to be. But you know, I do feel it's much better for Canada, but we're not going to be discussing that unless somebody wants to discuss it.
And then the new Canadian Prime Minister basically said Canada is not for sale. And then Trump said,
but never say never. Never say never.
which is honestly perfect. Because you see, Huawei is back in the market. It's like, yeah, never say never.
This is the drone delivery. Run KFC. Run KFC. Yes. The drone delivery! Yes! My KFC really came! In the drone! Yo, China's different, yo! Let me see. Let me see it. Let me see it. Come on. Let me see it. Ain't no way it really works. Ain't no way it really works. 15 seconds? Oh. Oh my God.
It's gone.
It's gone?
It's going back.
Bye bye. Oh, here we go. I got my food.
Here's the fact in China. Most people live in high-rise apartments in China. That means the drone can't fly to every person's door. It can only drop the food at a central pickup spot and you walk down to get it. But in the West, especially countries like the US, the UK, and Canada, many people live in houses which have backyards, porches. Imagine then one day you just order food and your food will be delivered by a drone, and the drone can drop your food at your backyard and say, here's your wings, no tipping required. And also, think about it, there is no traffic for drones at the moment. What takes half an hour on a busy road could only take 10 minutes by a drone. And also, I'm thinking this type of delivery service isn't just for delivering comfort food. It also can be used in delivering medical supplies in rural area. Back in 2021, during the pandemic, Canada's British Columbia actually used drones to deliver medical supplies to remote indigenous communities in the north. When roads were cut off and it might be difficult for people to access to remote areas, actually drones can do a lot of help. Drones can bring efficiency. Hey DoorDash, listen up. It's time for Skydash.
All right, y'all, I'm about to be the first person to drive the flying car in China. Let's go. I'm scared. Oh, hell no.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. Okay.
I did it!
Remember the movie 50 Shades of Grey? Remember the scene in the movie where Mr. Grey took a college student, Anna, up in his private helicopter. They fly across the city. It was kind of like an exclusive date. And for years, that's been the blueprint. The rich man, the aircraft, and the emotionally overwhelmed girl. But now with things like this EH216S passenger drone, the whole billionaire fantasy airborne date template is officially producible. You don't need a pilot's lessons. You don't need a fortune. You just need this tech and maybe some half-decent conversation. And suddenly, Christian Grey energy is just a few propellers away. And to be honest, if romance used to be mystery and altitude, now it might just be about access and timing.
Why you keep finding us? Wow. Oh, hey.
Thank you. Wow. Very much. Thank you.
Yo, you a little heavy, huh? No, get up, get up, get up.
Thank God Uncle Goose showed up in this stream. Without him, I can't imagine what I'd talk about in this reaction video. But Uncle Goose, he delivered drama and chaos. And specifically, this moment when he hugged that translator girl. According to some posts online, the whole thing was apparently staged. Uncle Goose wanted to create a moment to bait Speed into a classic hero saves the girl scene. Okay, fine. Content is content. But here's what I want to explain why there are many question marks in the chat, and also if you are viewing this from a Western perspective. In China, hugging, especially between a man and a woman who are not close, is not normal. It's not casual or friendly. In fact, it can easily be seen as sexual harassment. Remember, we don't have a hugging culture. In the past, there was even a saying, men and women should not touch each other in public. So something like holding hands or putting your arm around someone casually, if people see that, the first question might be, are they dating? And that's the cultural context Uncle Goose was playing with. And whether it was a joke or not, it could just easily cross a line for a lot of people in China.
You know, hey, Unc is single. I'm single though. This is my man.
Is your friend?
Yeah, it's my friend. This is this is my brother.
Oh, your brother.
Yeah.
I'm your sister.
No.
Okay.
Come on, Riz up. Unc Riz up, man.
Say something else.
Come on, Unc, you freezing up, bro. She speaks Chinese, bro.
I can speak Chinese. 我可以说中文。
你说什么？
来，我们的翻译的，我的翻译朋友们，来，我带了翻译啊！哎，子航，come on，come here。
什么？
Right here, as a Chinese person, I can tell that from the very beginning, both of them knew what Speed was doing. So the girl said, oh, he's your brother, he's your friend, I'm your sister. See, here. Brother, sister is like a siblings and they should not date. Okay? And then Uncle Goose was talking to his cell phone, wanted to use his translator app to say, I'm shy. He already knew. Both of them were playing dumb. Then the girl was trying to look for her translator, another girl, to she wanted to get another person into this conversation so she could just distract the attention to another person. She didn't need to cope with this awkward conversation alone. And also Uncle, on the other hand, said, what are you talking about? He was playing down. He knew exactly what they were talking about. But here's the thing, this is our culture. It's considered rude to reject someone directly, especially in public, because that would be too embarrassing for another person. So that's why this beautiful but awkward dance or playing dumb happened. Nobody says what they mean, but everybody knows what's going on. I don't think Speed read the body language or the underlining conversation. He was even trying to ask Uncle with some hand sign like, Well, that's also too obvious in our culture. This is too obvious, not good, good. That's why Uncle Goose hesitated to do it. That's what you see, two people fully aware, playing along, politely pretending not to be. That, my friends, is peak Chinese social logic. I think it's quite similar to British tactful culture. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comment.
And then that's like some fireworks in the air. What does that mean? This is really Shenzhen. Shenzhen. This is like a tech city, bro. The Moda Sleigh Show. Shenzhen Bay. Amazing Shenzhen. Amazing Shenzhen. Oh my God.
When I was little, every year in China, local governments would set fireworks to celebrate national holidays for citizens. But fireworks cause air pollution for the environment. That's why gradually the fireworks show was banned or partially banned in many cities across the whole country. Some cities started to combine fireworks with drone shows, or in some other cities it's completely replaced by sky drone shows. When I saw this drone light show at the end of this stream, another thing that popped up in my mind was Spider-Man Far From Home. You remember the scene from the movie?
Oh, it's not real, it's not real, it's not real!
Where Mysterio uses thousands of drones to create a fake world. Buildings collapsing, heroes fighting, monsters attacking.
They'll see what I want them to see!
All of it an illusion powered by drones and projectors. Back then, it felt like a sci-fi. But look at this drone light show. So I can't stop thinking, are we closer than we think? What about if one day drone projection becomes so advanced that we don't watch movies on a flat screen anymore? Imagine we walk into them, you reserve a spot in a park, and then suddenly the whole world around you changes. The sky becomes a battlefield, or a love story, or a moment in history. Everything in front of you real enough to make you forget what's real. A cinema made of fear and the algorithm. And that's where my mind went. We're nearly at the end of this journey, only one city left. And after that, I'm thinking of making a recap episode. So, if you got questions, thoughts, random late night epiphanies, drop them in the comments. Now's your chance to influence the finale before it goes for Jamie mode. Alright, time for me to disappear like a drone into the night sky. See you in the next episode of this series.